Okay, thank you very much. We are heading to the next session, but as we change sessions, and we would like to inform you that this is not a separate meeting. Yeah. Yes. We have a hashtag here, Agric Extension UG 2026. Please feel free to post on X, LinkedIn, yeah, TikTok, whichever social media platform you are on, and tag us at UFAS plus your institution. We are entering into a session where there are different innovations, there are different products that may need investors or that may need you to know about them. The good book says, my people perish for the lack of knowledge. Maybe the service, the product, the stakeholder, the partner that you need to work with next is right here. So allow me to hand over to Abbey Development Limited to lead this session. You're welcome, Christabel.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Allow me to also stand on the protocols. This is my first time to stand here, so I also need to stand on the protocols that were observed this morning by my lecturer, Dr. Miro. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. I know that it is really late. There's a lot of time fast spent, but it's very important for us to know exactly what our exhibitors have for us this evening. And before I call upon them, before each one of us starts moving out, I know some of you are now starting to think about traffic and all that in Kampala. Let me also introduce myself again. My name is Christabel Tumwebaze, and I work with Abbey Development, and we are social investment catalysts within the agribusiness sector with a very strong leaning on green growth and inclusive growth. That's what we do. I'm also, more importantly, I'm a member of UFAS. That is one of the reasons why I could not miss. And I have worked with UFAS before in my other engagements, and I'm now looking at how to engage again next year. So I'm already cooking in the kitchen, and as Abbey Development, we should consider ways of partnering in this extension week. So ladies and gentlemen, we have a number of our innovators that would like to let us know of the different innovations they have within the extension fraternity. And at this point in time, allow me to invite Farm Africa. Farm Africa, where you are. Mr. Fred, are you around? You have moved out. Are you around? Fred? Yeah, you can represent him? Please, let's give a round of applause to Farm Africa. Their stall is right there, and they're going to tell us exactly, just use only 2 minutes in the interest of time, just to inform our audience. You can come and use this microphone right here. We'll just speak through what we are doing, and then we shall go back in order to manage time. So kindly tell the audience what you're doing within the extension fraternity, just within 2 minutes. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Good evening. My name is Godfrey Omon, and I'm working with the Farm Africa. My colleague is not here, but I still should be able to represent him. So what is Farm Africa doing around agricultural extension services? We are implementing an approach for agricultural extension, which we call the last mile delivery. And it is based on the village-based advisor approach. So we are working with village-based advisors. These are the community-based agricultural extension service providers. Now, this is led by the market, and this is the uniqueness about this. What we do is we engage the private sector in incentivizing these community-based, village-based advisors. So how do we do that? We are working with anchor farms, farms that offtake commodities from the farmer groups, but also farms that supply inputs to the farmers. And they supply it on a cash basis by purchases, and then, so the role of these village-based advisors is really to do what we call aggregation. So they work with the communities, the groups that they are working with, they aggregate these demands, and so whatsoever supply is coming through them, they are paid a commission by the private sector. So it is being driven by the private sector, and not only for agricultural inputs, but also for services. These are the very same village-based advisors who work with financial service providers. So when it comes to aspects of onboarding the farmer, the groups, mostly the Village Savings and Loans Association groups and farmers, they earn a certain commission from the financial service provider. So this is the approach we call the village-based advisor model, and we'll be very happy to share with you. We are at the same stall where Equator Seed is. Equator Seed is one of the off-takers, but also the suppliers of the agricultural inputs. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Farm Africa, for sharing with us the extension model that you are using. And indeed, I think that speaks to what Beatrice was talking about, the village agent model that was rolled out so many years ago by Maif. And now this Farm Africa is saying these are village-based advisors. So it's more or less the same thing, just communicating in a different way, but also it demonstrates private sector extension services. Very key. Thank you so much. We are not able to use these seats because there are not as many. They are not enough. But please stay around because we are going to take a group photo at the end. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to invite Enzia Greek. Please come and also tell us what your innovation is, so that we can have, you can create traction around how to use that digital system. A round of applause for Enzia Greek. So in order to manage time, after Enzia Greek, we shall have Access Agriculture, so just be ready.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Naiga Shakira from Easy Agric. Easy Agric, as some of you might know, is an ag-tech company that aims at integrating technology and agriculture in order to make our farmers and extension workers' lives better and easier, and farming smarter. So Easy Agric in general has 4 main elements. That is agri-tech, agri-shop, where we provide genuine agro inputs to our farmers and our extension workers, genuine services. We also have produce markets where our farmers have a platform where they can sell their products or whatever they're dealing in, they can sell it and have a one-on-one with their customers. We also have our easy credits where farmers are able to get all the genuine inputs they need and pay back later on credit. We also have our AI system, which is called Kaizi, our 24/7 personalized farm expert that is localized to the locations of our farmers, where they are able to have garden mapping and know the acreage they have. They're able to have instant disease diagnosis. And this is where you as our extension workers come in. You're able to use this service and excel or help our farmers to scale better in agriculture. You are able to have farmers in your area. We as Easy Agric want to employ you or empower you as our extension workers to have farmers in your area, and you're able to get access to them in order for you to help them and use Kaizi better. So I empower you and implore you, our extension workers, to join us on Easy Agric and help our farmers farm better using Kaizi. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And like I already mentioned, please feel free to walk to their booth. She's just seated right there near the exit door. So feel free to get more information. And in this era that we are in now, it is difficult to say that a farmer, because they don't have a smartphone, they cannot access information. Because now most farmer groups, they adopt the group model. So in a way, there's an agent that has a smartphone in that group. So they're able to come and receive information, whether it is weather information, market information, harvest information. So the new model now is that as long as there's a farmer or a lead farmer with a smartphone, everyone is able to access information. Thank you so much, Easy Agric, and please let's learn what this Kaizi application is all about. Thank you so much. Let's now hear from Access Agriculture. Please let's give them a round of applause as we also wait for Kerry Naturals to come and tell us what they are doing. Please welcome.
Yeah, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm by name Sochen Umar Bashir. I'm an ERA, that is Entrepreneurship for Rural Access. I'm very happy to stand in front here. Before I can go very far, I've just realized people seated in front are doctors, professors. But of course, I'm really very happy to stand in front of you today to talk about something. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it is only 2 minutes. I would have loved to talk for very many minutes, but it's only 2 minutes. Okay, are you aware that extension approaches have already been made sexy or fun to farmers? There was a saying sometimes back that if we want agriculture to be embraced by the youth, then we should make it sexy. But of course, also one of the extension approach that Access Agriculture has brought on board using the smart projector approach, it has made extension very sexy and fun to farmers in a way that farmers right now, they're able to learn through smart projector video screening sessions using their local language. They're able to listen to trainings in the local languages through videos. So that is one approach that we are using. As ERAs, we have been given these smart projectors to train communities in the rural areas. Of course, we are aware that not all of us are in the same level. There are those ones who have studied, there are those ones who have not studied. So if you go with a flip chart and a marker pen, sometimes you are abusing specific people. And sometimes you find that you have left people behind. Of course, there's a saying that you don't have to leave anyone behind. So if we are to move in that systematic order of ensuring that everybody has access to knowledge, then we need to use a variety of approaches. We are aware that there is a lot of change right now. Each and every time agriculture is changing, a lot of things are evolving. I remember one of the panelists talked about the terms that we use. Sometimes we call it climate resilient agriculture, climate smart agriculture, sustainable agriculture. At the end of the day, it confuses the community. However much for us, we have access, we can go to Google, that farmers sometimes tend to look at you like you brought money or something like that. But when you go with that video-based cinema, training farmers, you find it's like a source of entertainment. Yeah, it's like a source of entertainment. And one example which I did one time, the first day I was given this smart projector, I said, let me try this approach in this community. And of course, I come from a community where, a pastoralist community. And what I did, I just went and put music, first of all. I put a serious music. People were like, what is happening there? So after putting music, people started coming one by one. Then I entered inside the church and I projected the videos without any participant. But of course, as I was watching my video alone, people kept on coming one by one. Hey, what is happening? You also enter. What is happening? So people entered, and before I realized, the hall was full. And when they saw what I was projecting, they were like, these things, we don't know these things, but oh, I wish you can come back. That's how I started entering the community. So I implore all of us to ensure that we adopt this approach, because it is a simple approach that we can really get results from farmers. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Bashir. Thank you for the good work you're doing. And this is one of the proven methodologies. You go to the village, you put the videos, people will show up. They'll show up and they will listen. And I know there are several organizations that are using that. You don't have to replicate the same work. You can just go and access that service from them. Thank you so much, Access Agriculture. Let's hear from Kerry Naturals. Please come and tell us how you are extending extension services in your sphere. Please, let's give her a round of applause as she comes through. And after that, we'll hear from Kilimo Trusts. And again, please let us move around before we leave. Get more information. You're not getting the details now because of time. So let's ensure that we pass by the different booths and get as much information as possible. Please, you're welcome.
Good evening, good people. I need energy. I'm still young. I'm almost clocking 30, so before I clock 30, I need energy. Good evening, good people. That's beautiful. Did you know that there is a tree that can solve more than 5 problems in Uganda? Fry your food. That butter is going to be used for cosmetics, to smear and to use on your hair. That butter, even without scientific backup, has proven for many of my clients to clear and control eczema. That butter has helped to heal cracked heels. And that butter has helped to put money in the hands of over 1,500 rural women in Otuke district. That is shea butter. And we are able to do that through Kerry Naturals. This is how we pack our shea butter. But beyond giving you shea butter, we make it into lotions, soap, lip balm. Recently, we were testing chocolate. It's very nice. I wasn't able to bring it. And we play around with these things with the hands of rural women. For us as Kerry Naturals, we understand that if you want somebody to protect a tree, you need to motivate them. And so we do this by putting money in the hands of the people who truly matter. And those people are the 1,500 rural women that we are working with. That we move and collect the nuts with them, and we transform that nut into butter. Interestingly, shea butter is appreciated in Europe, in US, and in Asia. But in Africa, we have not yet started to use it. I am happy because many people are starting to adapt. But that's not the only challenge. The Nilotica shea butter, which is unique to Uganda, has not had its story told on global scale. And so the West African shea butter takes a bigger share. Why? Because small businesses like Kerry Naturals have not had those platforms to share the Nilotica story. And this time, beyond producing shea butter, what we are doing this year is a bold move, a move that scares me. We are launching the Nilotica Village, a space in Lira City where you can come and experience everything Nilotica, including the things I have just mentioned and more, where you're able to watch the women transform the nut into butter live, where you're able to experience the hearts those women live in, where you're able to actually taste the butter after it has been made and the kind of foods that can be cooked with it. And we're inviting you all to be part of this journey. The question is, how can you be part of this journey? There are many ways. You can start from 5,000 shillings. That's the cost of a shea seedling. So we are able to plant more shea nut trees. It can start from 20,000 shillings. That's the cost of 4 kilos of beans for a mother to feed. It can start from 100,000 shillings. You become a founding member of the Nilotica village. Or 500,000 shillings. You build a hut where this story will be told, and your name remains on the walls of the Nilotica village. In a very special way, I want to thank GIZ and Prudev too for believing in my crazy dreams and ideas, because they picked me up from a little ambitious girl and they gave me a platform to tell my story. But they also held my hand. They mentored me to put my story out there, and the world was able to watch me. They mentored me to document my financials, and now I have a registered company and a fully functional bank account that if you give me your money, I don't receive it as me. The company receives it, and so you hold me accountable. They have also brought me in this room today to tell my story. Maybe I wouldn't afford it. Maybe I didn't, even if I could afford it, maybe I didn't even know that it was going to happen. But GIZ and Prudev recognized me and brought me here. And I want to say thank you to the mentors that you have given me. They have been very instrumental in my journey. And I hope that I am able to put money in the hands of rural women in Otuke district. One last thing before I go, I also want to say that we are now moving beyond Otuke. This year, we are going to be entering a Choli sub-region with support from Prudev too as well. Out of here, we are going to be signing a contract with a cooperative in Agago district who has more women, and we are hoping that by that we'll be able to double the number of women we are working with. That means putting money in their hands, putting food on their table, and giving them a reason to protect the shea nut tree so as to respond to the climate crisis and reforest northern Uganda. With love from Kerry Naturals, I appreciate you all for listening.
Tell us the prices of your products.
Oh, yes. So this goes for 35,000 shillings. This is 700 grams. We have smaller sizes there as well. This goes for 30,000 shillings. This is an hydrating lotion. I love this lotion because when it's hot, your skin is able to produce moisture to
businesses. And we have supported them to come and showcase their products. We are developing a network of professional training of trainers, but also mentors who provide the last mile training to our young people. That is the agenda we are contributing to. So I'm here with a group of some of the young people. We call them TOTs, and those provide last mile mentorship for our young people to create business opportunities for themselves to better their livelihoods. We are also, of course, working to make sure we are adopting the village agent model. We do have TOTs, but we also have village agents. And for us, a village agent is not just somebody who is just living in the village, but this is somebody who is a connection to services and inputs. So for us, a village agent will be somebody that we train very vigorously to also become the last mile connection to services, be it financial, be it inputs, be it aggregation, transportation, mechanization, technology demonstrations. So these are people who are in the villages, they are professionals, they have decided to live in their rural communities, and they are providing a connector between the farmer and those people that are providing services. These networks are very, very crucial to us because they contribute to developing networks in the rural economy that can provide those, and I had Dr. Rosmita talking about professionalizing. Dr. Rosmita, I want to let you know that as Kilimo Trust in Rwanda, we are part of the system that is developing that success story in our work in Rwanda. And we are doing the same here in Uganda and also in the other countries in the East African community. And lastly, we are also developing networks of stockists, people who can do input supply as business people, who are linked to large agro dealers who are mostly located in town areas and cannot reach mountainous or hard to reach areas. And our village agents are also being transformed to do business as stockists. So this is what we are doing to contribute to the extension agenda as Kilimo Trust. And we know that by 2040, when we are all looking at did we actually achieve the agro-industrialization agenda for Uganda, we will have a milestone that is attributable to Kilimo Trust. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Rachel. My sister had taken some time without seeing you. These forums are good. They help us to catch each other again, just like Beatrice mentioned. Thank you for what you're doing in these communities. So I would like to invite to forum, Gordon, please start to. These are creating jobs within communities. These are jobs being created. And these are jobs for young people who would otherwise be here riding motorcycles in Kampala, which has become, it's too much. We are now staffed. So any initiative that we ask that is coming up in the rural communities that is contributing to job creation is something that we should be able to invest in. So thank you so much. All you innovators that are doing of our young people are struggling with employment. So it is very important. So let's give a round of applause to Reform as they tell us their contribution to the extension sector. Welcome.
Okay, good evening, everyone. So my names are Arfan Baji. Arfan. It's quite a complicated name for most of you, but yeah, happy to be here, and thank you first, especially Professor Miro, for inviting us to make a contribution. And of course, a disclaimer, I'm here to talk about people who know better than me what agricultural extension is, and who know better than me what business is. They make more money than me. They interact with more farmers than me. So I'm just a facilitator. So I work at Reforum.
Use this microphone.
I work at Reforum, and Reforum is a network science-based organization, but it's with an education, transformative education agenda, with impact-oriented research agenda, but also does a lot of extension. And of course, today we are going to talk about some of the means or some of the tools or some of the models we use for the extension, reaching the last mile participant. So Reforum is a network of 175 universities in 50 African countries, and that is it is in that capacity that it is working with the Mastercard Foundation, and it started transforming African agricultural universities to meaningfully contribute to Africa's growth and development. That is the TACDEV program. So under the TACDEV program, the TACDEV 1 was implemented in Gulu University and in Egerton University in Kenya, Gulu in Uganda, in Egerton University in Kenya. And the training among the components of that program, there was the training of young people, and it was kind of an experiential learning, experiential training on entrepreneurship, emphasizing entrepreneurship and leadership. So the young people we are going to, you will interact with, I'm sure, in the course of the week. The young people you will interact with in the course of the week are people, our alumni from those two universities under the TACDEV 1 program. So because of that training they have received, where they were trained in leadership, on entrepreneurship, in science-based fields, they were able to, most of them came out and created enterprises. And when they created enterprises, after 2 years of maturation, we are now using them to serve as last mile participant, last mile delivery agents. And we've interacted them within 1 year of interactions with them, engaging them. They have reached over 135,000 smallholder farmers, and created or enabled jobs in the tunes of 35,000 jobs, 21,000 jobs, and created sorry, I'm a slow talker, and created around 1,200 enterprises. So this is a model. See, if you're talking about extension and ways of making money out of extension, these are the right people to talk to. So here we came with 5 of them, and that is the Gordon Agricultural Innovation, Agricultural Organization. It is Divine Vanilla Extract. We have Juma Farm Agribusiness Consultants. We have Agrobiodiverse. So we have also Fraser Nanotech. So they deal with in different types of agricultural services and products, and I'm sure during the week you will interact with them. And I look forward also to collaboration, because I've seen that we have some people in the digital space that could collaborate with these people, and we see how to reach further our farmers and make more money out of the agricultural extension services.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Reforum, they have several booths just at the back. Please feel free to pass by and get to learn more about what they are doing and how you can be able to support them. Just 2 more and we'll be done. Very important for us to know what our innovators are doing within the extension space. Allow me to invite Facilitation for Innovations and Sustainable Productivity to come. Please give him a round of applause. Please come and tell us what you're doing within the extension fraternity.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Hudson Ogwali. I lead the team that works at FINAPS as the executive director. We are a very proud member of UFAS, and we are privileged to coordinate the extension and the GPSIA program in Lango and in Teso sub-region. And we are also happy for both Lira District Local Government and Soroti District Local Government for the effective collaboration we enjoy. FINAPS is an NGO. We started as a students association from Makerere University. Our commitment was that we didn't want to join the street and make a lot of noise like other people. And so when we finish, we opened an office in Soroti, and currently we run 3 offices. We have an office in Soroti, we have an office in Lira, and we have a contact office in Kampala here. We do 4 key things in terms of our extension. We work on sustainable agricultural interventions. We work on climate change adaptation and natural resource management. We work on skilling for decent jobs. And then we do research and innovations. We do 2 key approaches. For the mass, the critical mass, the community, we use an approach which is called participatory integrated planning, where we encourage the community to come together, think through their problem, generate solutions, and then they lead. We also do, under our research and innovations, we position ourselves as a middleman between research institution and the end users of research. And we promote an approach called FRN, the Farmer Research Network. And then for the household levels, we use a farmer-family learning approach, which is a peer-to-peer extension approach that we have been speaking about. But in summary, our commitment is that we want to practice what we preach, and therefore we have established for ourselves an innovations and business incubation center where we demonstrate every single technology. And at that center, we do energy, so we construct efficient energy stoves. We do black soldier fly technology. We are establishing a solar there. We have established plantations of dragon fruits. We have both the improved goats, the local goats, the doper sheep, and every kind of technology that you may think about in terms of innovation. And so our commitment is that you cannot give what you don't have. And so we want to adequately prepare our extension staff, and so they do hands-on practice, and then they go to the community to share what has happened in their lives, and so they can inspire. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Facilitation for Innovations and Sustainable Productivity. I'm still trying to get the acronym. That's why I'm just pronouncing the whole name. First, something like that. Yes, that one. So let's, thank you so much. Let's hear from our last presenters. I know Farm Limited, but as I know Farm Limited comes, hope you are around. Yes. Allow me again to extend a vote of appreciation to UFAS. Thank you for providing a platform to showcase these different initiatives that are happening. Please, let's give another round of applause to UFAS. Thank you to the leadership and to the management for surely giving us this opportunity to showcase. So kindly tell us what you're doing quickly in 2 minutes.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Otim Jordan. I work with I Know Farm Limited. It's a new company now. I Know Farm is a digital agri-tech company. It was a product built by 2 major organizations, and that is Palm Corps, which is an indigenous NGO based in Arua in the West Nile sub-region, serving mostly the refugees, and then Weltanga. Some people call it Veltonga Hilfe. So, but of course, in the beginning, this application was supported by BMZ to make sure that we build something to bridge the extension gap in the communities. But then later on, we had to scale it up and build a number of products and add it onto the application. So currently, as we speak, I Know Farm provide a range of services. We're talking about market information system. And when I talk about market information system, we have very many techs that are providing market information. But what I Know Farm does is that we've built a network of village agents across the country. Right now, majorly in Teso, Karamoja, Renzori, and then the West Nile. And these guys, their work is to submit to us weekly market information that then we digitize on the platform, and every farmers across the country can be able to understand the prices of commodities across. In addition to that, in the marketplace, they can as well sell their produce, okay? You have your produce, for example, your watermelons, and they're ready. You can be able to market on the platform. We also provide weather information, and then we also do what we call DLC training. DLC is something that we may underestimate, but our experience in the field is that a lot of farmers, even if you're promoting these technologies, they actually don't know how to use these phones very well. So we have a special product. I have a colleague in the booth somewhere there. She's called Charity. Maybe you can just raise your hand. She's our DLC expert. So whenever an organization is trying to promote digital technology, needs that kind of support, she is a trained expert in that. Yeah. So we do content creation because we believe that to support farmers in the best way possible. Somebody earlier on mentioned something to do with customization of the content to support local users in the different areas. We do that. Actually, we have some partners like ZOA that we are creating for them content on agroecology. This is basically to suit the needs of a specific farmer groups. And this content, we do not create it as I Know Farm ourselves. We involve the district local government, we involve NARO. From West Nile, we mostly work with Abizadi, and then we also involve the institutions. Personally, I'm from Makerere University, but also we work with Muni University to make sure that these contents are validated and really meets the needs of the farmers. We're trying pretty much to work with the local government and the district structure to make sure that the information we avail to the farmers has really been validated. So that is what we do as I Know Farm. We are based in the West Nile. Our booth, like I said, is there. If you want to know more information, yeah, you can come to us. And maybe lastly, currently we are scaling I Know Farm across. We are yet to go to Lira. We've already identified agents. So we're going to train that, and it is Annabelle that is supporting us to conduct all these activities. So you're most welcome on board. I'm very particular about AI, very interesting. And we are also building AI on that. Actually, we are now testing our modules to give auto response for every text, voice, and image recognition that the system is able to detect and give farmers instant feedback. Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you. Please don't leave. Stay here because we're going to take a group photo. Thank you so much. And for all our presenters, please come for a group photo. We can take it from down, not up. I think it can be up here. Where do you want the photo? Up. Okay. So please come for a group photo, just right here. Thank you so much, our presenters. I like this group because these are young people. This is a very young man, yeah? And even the lady right there is a young lady. So this is what we need to be doing, making agriculture as nice. Me, I'll not say the other word, because for us person, in a way you keep talking about how Allah or Jesus is coming back. Do you stop? No, you keep talking about that too. So we are not going to give up on the gospel of being able to accredit or having our profession certified. Very, very important for us. Otherwise, thank you so much. You've been a good audience, and they allow us to close here. Please, let's have a group photo, and then we hand over. Thank you.
All right, as they are preparing to take the group photo, so that we don't have Joshua as part of their picture, if we could put if we could put up the program for tomorrow as a background. Okay. All right, thank you so much, Christabel. A big round of applause for Christabel. A big round of applause for our innovators in the room. Please, we have 40 minutes in which you can go around, interact with these exhibitors. There's a lot more that they couldn't say in 2-3 minutes.